Presenting our officials of this match. First referee, Herbert Matematico Asian International Referee. Second referee, Mr. Ryan Vincent Corpus, National Referee. Now let us meet your starters for PLDT High Speed Hitters. Let's call on jersey number 5, Erica Santos. At number 6, Savannah Davison. Jersey number 9, Kim Fajardo. At number 10, Mary Joy Baron. Jersey number 13, Del Palomata. Number 17, Fiola Ceballos. Their team captain and starting libero, Kat Arado. Head coach is Mr. Raul Benson Ricafort. And now, introducing the starting lineup for Farm Fresh Foxies. Let's start with our team captain, number 7, Louis Romero. Wearing jersey number 4, Caitlin Vera. At number 10, Chini Arroyo. Jersey number 13, April Tagsit. At number 15, Sofia Ildefonso. Number 16, Riza Cruz. Starting libero is number 17, Janelle Delario. With their head coach, Mr. Jerry Yee. This match is under the regulations and supervision of the Games and Amusements Board. May the best team win.
Rekindled love, and now she's even more excited, more energized. It's always amazing, like after college, post, NCAA and also UAAP players.
For sure. For sure. And I remember so vividly how well she played last year. As you mentioned, rekindling, it's also about finding yourself again. Kasi alam naman natin as a volleyball player, as an athlete, the stories of these ladies here since high school or since grade school, naglalaro na ng volleyball. So, there will always, or there will come a time that, there's a moment na parang, medyo nakaka-burn out, the hustle, the grind, it has been repetitive. But, again, it's changing your environment, changing your teams that could switch things up, just like, as you mentioned, for Pia, having, I guess, a good group around her. Earlier, we saw how, she's close to Louis Romero. So parang ang galing din na, she brings her outside of that circle that she was so used to before.
And speaking of teams that are really blending so well, it's the PLDT High Speed Hitters. I mean, right now, they're 3-0. Let's talk about, former players who are joining. And I remember also Jules Samonte was saying she did enjoy it, of course, with the Ateneo Lady Eagles, but being part of the PLDT High Speed Hitters with so many ates surrounding her was just a whole new experience for her.
Definitely. And again, that's the thing, iba-iba yung nagiging role nila for different teams that they join. So, for example, for Jules, she was, I think Jules played middle, outside, and opposite. So, finding her real spot as Savvy Davison bounces that down. You see them finding the roles that they fit better. And it's such a treat to see them grow. But before we tell more stories, our friend Franny has more stories to report. Franny?
Thanks, Z. I want to join your conversation about Pia Ildefonso. I got to speak with her earlier about starting today, and she actually told me that she wasn't expecting to start, and she wasn't going to believe that she was starting up until she was called in the starting lineup. So I asked her what said, does it feel, does she have any pressure on her? And she says, no, she's just here to contribute and execute the game plan. Her coaches trust in her. Their practice this week has been good. So she's here to play her game, and it all starts with one good pass. This report was brought to you by the Filipinas Live app. Get the most extensive PVL coverage for only 149 pesos about. Back to the game.
And in the previous game, Pia was able to score any point, but as a starter, a better chance of her doing so. And the Farm Fresh Foxies able to sort of keep up now, finally. 3-5.
Good catch up there by Riza Cruz, one of the athletes that we featured earlier who has been finding her groove here in the PVL.
Cap setting that up. And, I was getting like a flashback. The first time I covered Savvy Davison, I think the previous conference, there were jitters. She was telling me that it's so unusual playing in the Philippines. So loud. And her first game, I think was in Araneta. I covered that. And she was telling me it was a lot. But now, and she was saying, she can't play without the fans. She can't play without the noise. You get used to it, and then suddenly it's something that you really love and you can't play without.
I mean, it's really all about mindset also. It's either you see this as a blessing or as a curse. Sakto kanina pinapakinggan ko yung audiobook ng The Alchemist. So I heard that, I'm like, wow, that really applies everywhere in your life, even in volleyball. You have the crowd. You can either see the crowd as something that will stop you from playing your A game, or you can play for the crowd and get their energy as you play for your team here in the PVL.
And Palomata has been that player that's been using the crowd.
Oh, yes.
She used to be so shy.
Definitely.
Like in the previous conference, you could see the slouched shoulders, but look at her now, dominating the net defense for the PLDT High Speed Hitters.
Yeah, definitely. She has been also the huge difference that literally huge difference that they needed. A very crucial player for the High Speed Hitters.
And we go to our first technical timeout. PLDT leading 4 points, 8-4 against the Farm Fresh Foxies. Arena Plus, Astiks Sports. You're watching the PLDT High Speed Hitters against the Farm Fresh Foxies here at the Inaris Arena in Antipolo. Look at that on your screens. Crowds are enjoying, slowly building up because we have more games in store after this. It's going to be the Choco Musho Flying Titans, explains all the purple shirts that you're seeing, and the pink ones because it's going to be against the Akari Chargers. Get back to the game. Again, 4-point lead for the girls in white. Ceballos, cross-court attack, but too strong.
Fiola and the rest of her teammates asking for that challenge, block touch, although Riza Cruz had already said, yep, nawang ko yung bola. It's such a good thing to see green cards being raised here in the PVL. Meron din bang cash incentive tulad ng VNL?
Honesty is the best policy.
Yes, I mean, as much as we can we showcase skills here, we also showcase the good values that sports bring.
And right now, these two teams, again, we're talking about the momentum. Yes. They're in the zone.
Yes.
And we all know challenges are always like a great breather, but they ruin when you're trying to get higher and higher.
That's the thing, like challenges can be for the challenge, or sometimes, you know, when the coaches run out of timeouts, they use it as a timeout, a pseudo timeout, if you could say that, trying to break the momentum, trying to freeze the server.
I'm pretty sure the PLDT High Speed Hitters don't want that timeout. They're leading 6 points. But the Farm Fresh Foxies don't want that either because they are feisty right now. I mean, they are managing to, you know, catch up bit by bit to the High Speed Hitters.
And with that 5-0 run, courtesy of the PLDT High Speed Hitters, Coach Jerry Yee and the rest of the Foxies call a timeout.
Before the basic, follow the ball. Don't think it's a mistake. Okay? Now we are no mistake. Now go cancel. Okay? Don't give up. Good.
Ay, lapit na! Go, go, go! Bilang! Kung ano manginigil nila, check
Pag wala kayong receive, hindi kayo makakapasok. Walang set. Receive muna.
Ikaw na mag-tag, kahit magpungguan tayo, okay lang.
Usap. Laban tayo. Okay tayo.
Let's go! Puta tayo sa! Hey, 1, 2, 3!
Z, you're seeing the ferociousness of the PLDT High Speed Hitters with that timeout because, I mean, Cruz was saying, kahit magbungguan tayo. And that's how much the High Speed Hitters is really...
You mean the Foxies?
The Foxies. They're finding it really challenging in receiving the attacks of the High Speed Hitters.
Well, there's a better first ball, but Kim Fajardo was able to dig that up. Wow!
Great dig by Arado.
A nice out-of-system set coming from Savvy Davison, but Fiola Ceballos find it too high, I guess. Kasi minsan talaga yung mga out-of-system plays na yan, medyo nakakalula din.
I mean, it's
I
not her
feel you,
usual
Fiola.
style.
Yeah. Exactly.
That was her sweet spot there. She quite didn't get to it. Here she is this time, getting it way better.
Oh, wow. Katarado.
Amazing defense.
Tinatayuan lang.
Alam na eh.
Oh, there you go. You always have to follow the ball. And so far, the Farm Fresh Foxies are finding that sweet spot near the end line and sideline of the court of the PLDT squad right there.
And yun na nga, almost nagbanggaan. That was Viray and another teammate of hers.
Yeah. They always appreciate the effort, always diving for each and every ball landing on your court.
But Palomata now serving. I mean, the bounce back of the High Speed Hitters.
Yes.
So quick. As quick as their sets, as quick as their attacks.
Well, they're coming off of a really big win, so, you know, you got to ride that momentum, you got to ride the confidence that gave you, so...
They're enjoying the ride.
It's a roller coaster ride. And it's all uphill for the PLDT High Speed Hitters.
I mean, it just keeps getting higher and higher, the way that they're elevating their game, literally, physically, and figuratively. We're only in set 1, 13-6 again in favor of the girls in white. Chance ball given by the Farm Fresh Foxies. Santos, for someone with such a small frame, she really never fails to like really amaze me with how much power is able to fit.
Definitely, and I guess it helps that she's tall. She gets she also gets the high elevation that she needs to find the right angle to hit the ball to. And the block, and the block.
Everything about Santos works for her. Her height, her small frame, her lean figure.
Yes.
That's why she's doing what she's doing, and she's doing it so well.
Definitely, and you know, good problem for Coach Rodrigo for that. You know, when you look at their lineup, especially, you know, you see Kiana D, you see Jovi Prado still in their jackets right now, but not yet. That's the thing. So it's going to be a very dangerous team here once everybody's just fit and healthy.
I mean, look at that slow-mo cap setting it up to Majoy. Right at the back, no one was there. And now we go to our second technical timeout, 10-point lead for the High Speed Hitters, 16-6. Get 7-day premium access to NBA, PBA, UAAP, PVL, and other leagues. And exclusive shows when you download Filipinas Live app. Register now for free. PLDT High Speed Hitters, 16-6. Again, I'm Denise inside with my partner here, Bacho. And joining us in the panel, Franny Reyes, joining you for today's coverage of the second game for our Saturday triple header for the PVL All-Filipino. And you know, you guys, you've been talking to coaches, been talking to players, and I decided to switch things up and talk to fans naman. So I was asking them, okay, you know, how do you think this game would go? And I remember one time, I think her name was like Anna. She said, sino yun? Random nga lang. Alam ko kapangalan ng isang friend natin. But just for this, ano. And you think, this is the kind of game that you can either get a quick pizza win, like or this drags out to a 5-setter.
Talaga nga, again, not wind of it, how, you know, longevity ang labanan ngayon sa PVL. Because, you know, you start seeing teams with more than 40 ladies in their lineup. And, you know, it's a matter of how the coaches can, you know, switch the people around and look at the people. But look at that spike of the set that's brought to you by Duncan. Pasalubong ng bayan. May pasalubong din ba tayo dito?
We would hope so. I mean, if this really does reach at 5-7, like what
kailangan
Anna said,
na natin yan.
Kailangan po namin.
But yes, you know, it really depends, especially like, for example, Farm Fresh Foxies, as we mentioned earlier, straight set win against Cherry Tigo, but again, nabawi, straight set loss naman against the Petrogas. So it really depends. As you see now, you got Vanessa Bertolano checking in for the Farm Fresh Foxies. You gotta find sino yung maganda yung gising, sino yung maganda yung timpla today, because again, it's a team sport. It's, you know, it's about finding the right pieces for the right moment in time.
PLDT High Speed
But PLDT staying strong with their 10-point lead. 18-8, Bertolano comes in for the Farm Fresh Foxies. For the PLDT High Speed Hitters, Samonte is also coming in for Santos. Yes, Santos.
Oh, a double substitution.
Double substitution.
You got Rhea Dumacolangan on cue on your screens.
And D-Mac setting that up for Ceballos. Oh, this is what happens. You know, when you set it to Ceballos in that spot of hers, she's able to get her elevation right, the angle, even that back curve.
Yes, definitely. And I don't know if you guys caught that slow-mo replay. If you try to notice it, the way she has her form for spiking, ang baba kasi ng siko niya, so you can never really be sure kung anong angulo yung papaluin niya kasi nasa baba yung siko niya, so you don't know if she's gonna go down the line or cross court or all the other angles that she is capable of.
Deceptive things that work so well for you, but let's listen to the timeout of the Farm Fresh Foxies because right now they're down 8-20.
Next set. Okay. Now, come on. Wait. Then go. Okay? それ。
ダメだ。
なんかあるか？
まだ1セット目なので、まだファーストセットパランだよ。まず自分たちのやってきたことを確認しましょう。Gagawin natin na sa training anong ginagawa. Go!
Sige na!
Hey, 1, 2, 3! Bye!
And see, I mean, what you mentioned a while ago, you have KKD and the rest of the PLDT High Speed Hitters. They're not yet even suited up.
Yeah.
And that's the great problem of Coach Rob. You have
Exactly.
those players, you know, on your arsenal. And right now, it's not a necessity to break them out.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
first
yeah.
speedy recovery for KKD and
For sure.
enjoy. But the thing with the Farm Fresh Foxies, you see their drive and that they really want to get better. It's just that right now, I mean, look at that attack by Davison. PLDT is doing everything right.
Definitely, and don't look now because they're already at the 21st point mark, and Savvy Davison just rotated in the front row. So more or less talagang she will get this opportunity that she has hitting front row.
Joy today.
There you go. Just like that. Another day.
It's just like that.
Yes, a walk in the park for Savvy Davison as that is the 5-0 run for PLDT once again.
I mean, that's their second 5-0 run in set one. Really, the PLDT High Speed Hitters, they're breezing right through here in this set. Great blocking by Majoy and Jules. Viray tries again. This time, no follow-up. Kinapos na dun, sikat.
Sinabi niya, just let that one go. 21 naman, 22 na naman pala.
Yeah, they can afford it. And it's always great, finally. I mean, stop the bleeding for the Farm Fresh Foxies.
Definitely. And I guess it's that, you know, like, as a fan, you as much as you want to root for this very young team, you know, you gotta understand that as much as they're strong individually, iba pa rin yung usapan when, you know, when they're all inside the court, you gotta find that chemistry that you see from the PLDT High Speed Hitters right now.
That Jules has found with her squad.
Ooh.
Another good addition, I'm sure, is, you know, having Savvy Davison as her ate. Another person to learn from,
Definitely.
and Jules is just adding so many things, you know, to her skills.
Okay, there you go. Parang milakad ata itong si Savvy.
Baka may gimmick after to celebrate another win.
Yes, why not? And as you saw on your screens, just a bit earlier, you got Rachel Ostero suiting up as, yun na nga, Coach Rad is seeing, you know, we can maximize this opportunity as they get the first set here. Wow, and
You just blinked, Z. That was
I
it.
know, hindi pa nga tapos yung sentence ko, tapos na yung set.
Save those thoughts and those stories. We have more updates, facts, and of course, highlights. As we look at Palomata, she was the star of the show in the beginning. She was able to set the tone for set one, and the rest, I mean, you have Savvy Davison, Jules, everyone else, you know, just adding to that effort.
Definitely, and again, trying to prove that she has a crucial role to hold here, PLDT High Speed Hitter, as yeah, they cruise very well through that set number one.
25-9 in 20 minutes of PLDT High Speed Hitters will take set one. We head to set two after the break. are happening quickly here at the Inaris Arena. Quickly is an understatement. I mean, 20 minutes again. We take a quick recap of set 1. There isn't much aside from the usual names that we've already mentioned. Palomata, you have Ceballos, and of course, Savvy Davison contributing to such a huge lead of the PLDT High Speed Hitters against the Farm Fresh Foxies. The Foxies, they really tried. I mean, you know, you saw the effort, Z, and it was great, but sadly still no match. The momentum is quite strong, and the force, as you would say, also quite strong.
The force is strong.
With the PLDT High Speed Hitters, their attacks are just hitting it.
Definitely, and as we check out the scores, the distribution of the attack points, you got Davison with 6 points, Baron with 6 points as well, Palomata and Ceballos with 4. Samantala, sa kabila naman, only Viray with 3 points, 2 points for Cruz and 1 for Ildefonso. So you can see the production of points is really, you know, on the side of the high-speed hitters.
And we saw Caitlin Viray really try to attack. It's just that you have really tall blockers on the net for PLDT.
That's right. And actually, hindi lang yun eh. As we overheard one of the coaches earlier trying to explain what they need to do. It's that first ball. They can't really have a good attacking efficiency if they don't have a good, slow and steady first ball.
But sometimes it's always the basics, the fundamentals,
yes,
the
always
to master, especially
at this level.
Yeah, at the level that Savvy Davison is playing, see? Make it make sense.
Actually, everybody's just on point here, as you saw Kim Fajardo getting her own attack points here.
We're very familiar with those moves, but she always manages to take everyone by surprise every time she tries to pull that trick.
Definitely one of the more aggressive setters here, Kim Fajardo. But speaking of aggressive, Trisha Tubo muling nagpapakilala dito for her squad in orange.
That introduction was very much needed because, I mean, we did talk about in our premier matchup, Savvy Davison against Trisha Tubo. Savvy Davison has been elevating. She has been detonating in set 1. Now we await the result and that kind of, you know, elevation and detonation from Trisha Tubo herself.
Definitely, and I can't wait to see that connection that she has with Luis Romero. And then we talked about how Cruz also were teammates with Luis since high school. So talaga, you know, you see those glimpses of good connection among these teammates kasi nga magkakasama na sila noon pa lang.
Now we're tied, which doesn't happen pretty often in this matchup. But now, PLDT 3-2. But let's take a moment to appreciate that, you know, because PLDT has been soaring and flying, and now at least there's less of a gap between the two teams.
Staying aggressive here is Majoy Baron and Savvy Davison. Actually, I'll give a half point to Kim Fajardo. That's a service ace.
Yeah.
It's volleyball math. Kung hindi man lang ace na ace, pero regalo at nakapunto sila. That's a point on the server.
Santos with an off-speed hit. Calf to Baron.
Oh, Majoy Baron just having that perfect connection, perfect high-speed connection with Calf.
And I know it has been like a kwentuhan session, so let's add more cuentos to this mix. We go now to Franny to add her stories to our panel. Franny?
Thanks, Denise. And yes, I do want to talk about CAF as well. I got to talk to her and the PLDT team before this game, and she said that the challenge in going up against a very young team in the Farm Fresh Foxies is that they have endless energy, and if you allow them that spark, that momentum, they'll keep going. So really, the PLDT High Speed Hitters, they prepared very well for this match, but also they have to make sure that they kill that ball right away so that the Farm Fresh Foxies do not gain any momentum. I also asked CAF about the experience really being with the PLDT High Speed Hitters. And they told me that this was really a chance for CAF to go out of their comfort zone and to prove to herself that there is so much more growth when you are willing to step out. Now, this report was brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Download it now for only 149 pesos a month. Let's send it back to Savvy Davison, sir.
You know, with Franny's report, I was just thinking, man, you know what? She's right. It must be so tiring for the PLDT High Speed Hitters, a team of veterans, to step out of their comfort zone and be more energetic than the Farm Fresh Foxies, who are like living and breathing energy right now.
Definitely. And speaking of energy, I remember having the rookies of their team, Tisha Bedonia, Sheila Queseo, with their team captain, Kat Arado, na sinasabi nga nila na, you know, puro veterans nga sila, but they're the ones who deliver the energy that the team needs. But speaking of getting outside their comfort zone, you know, I was always telling my colleagues, you know, it's so good to see Kim Fajardo, Majoy Barona thriving on cue.
Yes, with like different teammates.
Exactly, different teammates. So, you know, seeing them get outside of that comfort zone and see them thrive in their new teams is such a treat to watch.
And that's why we're so sad. I mean, even with the short technical timeout, 8-5, more action awaits after this. Arena Plus, Stakes of Sports. You're watching the PLDT High Speed Hitters against the Farm Fresh Foxies here at the Inares Arena in Antipolo City. Again, thank you for joining us wherever you may be, especially to everyone catching us on the Pilipinas Live app. Available for Filipinos everywhere. And we're also on One Sports Channel 6, RPTV Channel 9, and on One Sports Plus Channel 261. 8-5, 3-point lead for Majoy Baron, who currently has 8 points, 5 attacks, 1 block, and 2 service aces.
Yep, definitely. Actually, she's the current leading scorer right now. 9 points, and Savvy Davison with only 7. Like,
that's surprising.
In fairness, like again, it's the well-distributed.
It's the CAF magic.
Exactly. Kim Fajardo activating everybody in his squad right now. And speaking of activation, look at that. Riza Cruz pounding it down.
Literally pounding. I felt the ball deflate for like a second there.
Naramdaman mo yung impact ng ball.
I know. And I wish you guys could have also seen the face of CAF when that ball like passed through her. It's a look of disbelief and amazement at that attack by Riza Cruz. It still is amazing when Ceballos does that, but it's so normal for her to do that, that something so extraordinary, and I mean this is a compliment, she makes it so ordinary.
I mean, look at that connection also from Kim Fajardo. From a transition, nakatayo na lang si Kim, no problem of thinking about who to give the ball to, because, you know, everybody's just making everybody's lives easier. You know, good first ball, the setter's lives easier. So the setter just, you know, thinks about, sino ba sa lima pa yung bibigyan ko ng bola?
It's the same problem. Her and Coach Ram have the same problem.
Good problem.
Yeah, they have too many good options. So, pili ka na whoever you give it to. Kakayanin naman yan eh. Kaya nga right now, PLDT able to distance themselves quite a bit with 5 points against the Farm Fresh Foxies. 11-6. Santos has also been killing it in today's game. Whoa!
Wow, look at the quick reflex.
Oh my goodness! I couldn't even commentate during the reception. I mean, I'm still recovering after that. But kudos to Farm Fresh Foxies. Cruz again for being able to keep up with the high-speed hitters' pace.
Definitely, but again, you know, props to Louis Romero acknowledging that Cruz has the hot hand right now.
I mean, kung tayo nga parang nadadala sa energy ng PLDT, how much more the Farm Fresh Foxies who are going against them.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this one, you know, after so many cross-court attacks of Ceballos, about time, Tagsip and the Farm Fresh Foxies are able to keep their block strong.
Definitely, but this time it went out of bounds, so a little bit more stability is needed.
We're getting there.
Yeah, they're getting the good touches. They just need to, you know, make sure the ball lands on the other side of the court.
And they gotta keep up with all of these in-game adjustments.
Kim Pajardo getting
Romero to Tubo. This is always the case when things are high intensity. Things get a bit too out of control, especially when you're not the one dictating the pace.
Definitely, and I remember in one of the timeouts by the Farm Fresh Foxies, they were saying, you know what, let's just stick to what we know, let's just stick to what we do at practice, but look at that chase down by Viola Ceballos. Great effort there. You know, everybody just making sure she's all right. Catarado, big smiles with Savvy Davison there.
And our fans getting first-hand volleyball experience of the PVL, the heart of volleyball.
That's why we're inviting you. Still not too late for you guys to come up here in Antipolo and see the action live.
I mean, you should always have it in your bucket list to get hit by a volleyball.
Kanina, ikaw, di ba?
I got my welcome back to PVL in my left side of the head. It's initiation. You're not a fan. You're not part of the crew if you don't get that.
Well, there you go. Everybody screaming out here as Trisha Tubo gets a solid block against PLDT's #1 hitter, Savvy Davison.
And that joy is needed to fuel the Farm Fresh Foxies right now because they're just 3 points away from the PLDT High Speed Hitters.
Oh,
great blocking! Still alive! Romero, combination play. Davison!
Savvy Davison ending that long rally, but you see the effort in both squads here. But this spike, that Savvy Davison spike, once again is brought to you by Dunkin, pasalubong ng bayan. Ako, bibirangin ko na yung Dunkin spike of the day, ha?
Yeah, so far, they've all been awarded to the PLDT High Speed Hitters. So baka sila yung kailangan man libre.
Okay. Text ko na si Coach Ralph naman. Coach Ralph, dalawang donut kasama yun.
14-10. And it seems like, you know, that long rally wasn't even that long.
Yeah.
So, but we'll take it. Challenge is called...
green card. Second green card awarded in this match.
Is there a party that we're not invited to see?
Saan ba tayo pupunta? Fair play moment. That's second one for this match. Always good to see, you know.
It's great.
Yeah, for sure.
As fresh as the Farm Fresh Foxies. Romero, back set to Tubo. Oh, how much Tubo feel? You have Davison and Majoy Barons, who is like well known, you know, in her days in the UAAP as an amazing blocker.
And you know, this is exactly where she will grow. The failure, you know, let's see how she adjusts, because that's a sign of a mature volleyball player. And you know, these things will always be learned in the game, in play, just like that. As Chidi Arroyo chases that one down.
But that was a really beautiful combination play done by PLDT. And again, just like that, again, technical timeout, the second one, 16-11, still in favor of the PLDT High Speed Hitters. 13-11, fresh for our second technical timeout here in set 2. Just a quick recap. Set 1 was won in 20 minutes by the PLDT High Speed Hitters. And let's see if they'll be able to break the record here in set 2. But we're seeing a fiercer Farm Fresh Foxies.
Speaking of fierce, once again, Savvy Davison making something out of that out-of-system play. But, you know, the effort was there. Kim was ready to, you know, dig up that ball and set it to their #1 hitter so far. And now,
this is the beauty of a single round robin. Every game counts, and you feel the urgency, you really feel the desperation. Because before, when you would talk to players, pag double round robin, they'll say, okay, we're here to learn. You know, learn from our mistakes. But no, you cannot make that mistake. The stakes are already high. Elimination round pa lang.
You gotta learn quicker.
Yeah, you do.
Miscalculation.
But again, these unforced errors that are being committed by the Farm Fresh Foxies will lead them to another timeout. So let's try to listen in to Coach Shimizu.
One to six. Okay. Hey. Oh, yeah.
Isa-isa lang, but the struggle, there's only been one struggle. It has been the same for the Farm Fresh Foxies, and that you know, has been the reception that's really really hurting them.
I mean, a couple of service aces there, courtesy of Kim Fajardo, still on the service line. Sabi nga nila, usually ang mga setter ang mabibigat na serve, and ang katuwang niya, Rhea de Baculangan. I remember back in college, Diyos ko, pag si Rhea na yung magsiserve, sabi ko, dahil huwag sana sa akin yung bola.
I know, I mean, right now they're on a 5-0 run. And let's see if it'll be a 6, but still, I admire the tenacity of the Farm Fresh Foxies. You know, and not losing heart.
Definitely.
Against the high-speed hitters.
PLDT just getting good touches.
Oh, ball still alive. Trisha Tubo. Trisha tries again.
Block is in, courtesy of Savvy Davison, just manning the net really well. And as we mentioned earlier also, Trisha Tubo was contained in their last match against Petrogas, and it's been the same story here in today's match here in Antipolo.
And man, you know, you gotta be agitated and anxious to really hit even harder to break down the block of Savvy Davison.
Oh, on cue, Savvy Davison, back-to-back block kills.
And the 10-point lead, that move is brought to you by Honda Motorcycle. Savvy Davison with really a motor that's not human.
Look at that, single block. Solid defense at the net.
Man, Savvy Davison just saving time for the PLDT High Speed Hitters at this point. Santos. Let's try. Great net defense by the High Speed Hitters. Viray does an off-speed attack, but...
Yep, that went out. Kate was a little bit too much on the right side, and props to the lines judge there. Seeing eagle-eyed for lines judge, seeing that went out of bounds.
Everyone's being pretty transparent in today's game. Great.
Everybody's on point. We love that.
Even the timing is on point.
Somebody on the side of the Farm Fresh Foxies need to step up in attacking, in body language, in confidence. But speaking of confidence, you got a new substitution here for the high-speed hitters.
I mean, PLDT right now is taming Viray. They're taming Trisha Tubo. And now, they're taming Bertolano. Those three players are known for their fierceness, for their swag.
Oh, wow. Whoa! Oh! I I thought there was going to be another point for the PLDT High Speed Hitters, but Farm Fresh Foxies finally stopping the 9-0 run here in set number 2.
I think that's got to be the longest run of the game so far. Tagsip, she has also been a stable player in today's game, but we need her to step up more.
Definitely. And di talaga masusolusyonan yan unless they have a better first ball reception here. Kate Viray asking Jessie De Leon, oh, na-touch mo, diba? But Jessie saying, no, no touch. Another point, set point here for PLDT.
Half the lead, 24 serving 12. Serve by Savvy. Keithan Viday, maybe third time's a charm. And it is, this one gets a check ball. They stay alive in set 1, clinging on to the PLDT High Speed Hitters.
Steep hill to climb here for the Farm Fresh Foxies, but
But
again,
the roads in Antipolo.
Exactly. Oh my goodness, yes. You know, on my way here, I saw a cyclist really paddling a really hard uphill, and I'm like, this is gonna be the story of their games today.
An uphill climb for the Farm Fresh Foxies.
Good touches from PLDT.
De Leon gets her first point.
The last point for set number 2 at that, and you know, just PLDT's playing so seamless, so united also here in today's match. And as you see, Savvy Davison, our highlight player of set number 2, checking in blocks, checking in attack points, you know, very much all-around player here for PLDT.
And when you've got a great team, a great setter, everyone's working, all the players will end up scoring. That one is quite inevitable. 25-9, 25-13. This time, the PLDT High Speed Hitters able to close set 2 in 22 minutes, just an additional 2 minutes of set 1. You're watching the preliminaries of the PVL All-Filipino Conference, the heart of volleyball. It's the PLDT High Speed Hitters against the Farm Fresh Foxies. Now PLDT 2-0. As we take a look back at the highlights, you really do have the PLDT High Speed Hitters with Savvy Davison leading the charge. Trisha Tubo was unfortunately contained. Bertolano contained. Caitlin Viray really tried her hardest. Now we're waiting for a spark plug for the Farm Fresh Foxies.
So far right now, talking about PLDT, they already tallied 7 block points. And I remember earlier, you know, Majoy Baron was the one leading with scoring. But right after that, Savvy Davison just checking in a couple of points, both from blocking, both from and attacking. And again, the disparity of attack points on your screen, as well as the errors, did not help the campaign for the Farm Fresh Foxies here in set number 2.
I mean, 7 unforced errors for the Farm Fresh Foxies.
Compared to 3 only for PLDT.
I mean, those 3 were quite displayed. The PLDT High Speed Hitters, they really are playing at the top of their game right now.
Definitely. They're on a mission.
They're on a mission.
You see it.
And again, Z and I are still wondering if there is a party afterwards.
Ay, alam ko
we
na.
haven't been informed.
Kasi mag-Holy Week na. So parang gusto na nila agad makalabas ng ng metro.
That's smart.
Diba?
Anyways, we all know Manila traffic is bad. Antipolo traffic even way more so. We're so grateful to all the fans, you know, who really have come to the arena to enjoy all of our PVL games. And let's see if also we'll be treated to a quick 3-set, the same as the first game.
Yeah.
But again, this is only the second game. We have more coming up. It's going to be the Choco Mucho Flying Titans against the Akari Chargers coming up next after this. Again, I'm Denise Insai with Zir Basho and Franny Reyes, updating you guys with the latest in today's game. We try. We're also having a hard time keeping up. We'll hear more stories from Franny later courtside from all of our players.
Definitely having a hard time keeping up. Kasi nga, set number 1, 20 minutes. Set number 2, 22. So, you know, kulang na kulang yung oras kong sa pagsasalita dahil ang bibilis ng rally, ang bibilis ng mga palo dito as Majoy Baron gets the first point for PLDT.
I mean, they're not giving us enough time to breathe, to also pace ourselves because why not? They're also not pacing themselves. It's really an intense game. The PLDT High Speed Hitters, you feel the hunger.
Definitely.
And right now, the Farm Fresh Foxies, they're trying to maintain, you know, the energy, the momentum, despite it is quite discouraging and frustrating for the team to find a solution to all the problems, you know, you're trying to give.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it just shows also how much preparation is needed for each and every game because, you know, as much as you see your usual 6, sometimes, you know, it's just not the players that you have to watch out for, but, you know, the chemistry, the body language, the energy that you have inside the court.
And let's check in on more of that energy this time from Franny. Franny, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Denise. You know, those unforced errors is really a result of the stiff body language of the Farm Fresh Foxies. It was something that their manager was talking to them about in the huddle, telling them not to focus too much on the technical aspects, but to enjoy what they're doing so that they can move more freely inside the court. And I remember what Riza Cruz told me earlier, today's mindset is all about execution and performance. You have to execute the plays, you have to do the right things, and they saw those right things during training this past week. It's a matter of showing that in today's match, not getting pressured by their opponent, but playing the game that the Farm Fresh Foxies know that they're capable of. Now, this report was brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Get the most extensive PVL coverage for only 149 pesos a month. Back to the panel.
Foxies right now on a 2-0 run. While during Franny's report, Caitlin Viray finally breaks down the block. It's all about, as she mentioned in her report, executing. Pero talaga parang execution kay Caitlin Viray. She was on her knees.
Definitely.
And again, that only shows the prowess of the PLDT High Speed Hitters. You know, but also the heart of the Farm Fresh Foxies in wanting to be better and also, you know, trying to raise up their standards of playing.
Definitely. And, you know, as much as, again, it's going to be everybody, if you look at the lineup, everybody is capable, everybody's, you know, skillful, but how are you going to mix those 6 to get the point, to get the set, to get the game? It's really going to be about the chemistry inside. As you see, Kate Santiago now suiting up for the Farm Fresh Foxies as they get another point here, feeling the lead in set number 3 so far.
I mean, the first one, and this is it. The energy of the Farm Fresh Foxies has been consistent.
Yes.
And now, sort of, right now, in just this period, you see the PLDT High Speed Hitters, you know, lagging a bit. So this is the one of stepping out of their comfort zone. Again, they have to, like, charge up.
Yes, I mean, it's a matter of, you know, how do you bring out your A game? Because we also already saw a glimpse of what they're capable of, talking about the Farm Fresh Foxies in their match against Cherry Tigo. You know, you see those glimpses, and especially their first game, their opening game when they played Creamline. You know, they pushed them to a really, really tight first set. So, you know, it's just a matter of how do we execute it well and good.
But right now, the Farm Fresh Foxies executing mistakes, unforced errors. And it's crucial right now because they could get the lead back again to their side. They just have to be really more careful and more intentional because Del Palomata is in the front and that spells danger.
And speaking of danger, don't just look at Del Palomata because you also have Santos on the right side here. You know, Kim Fajardo just having a time of her day right now. Just, you know, going left, back, front, right. And no problem there, whoever she chooses to set the ball to.
I mean, Santos in the previous game had 14 points. Let's see how many points she'll be able to tally for this one. 7 serving for Savvy Davison on the service area for PLDT.
That's Savvy Davison with already 15 points. And as you mentioned, Santos getting 7 points so far.
Halfway there.
Yeah. 4-0 run stopped by Kay Santiago.
And is Kay Santiago the answer to the woes?
Never know.
You never know, but you bet the Farm Fresh Foxies, the team, the coaching staff, they got their fingers crossed, they got their toes crossed.
Easy push there from Santos.
Romero pushing it too, but no follow-up after that reception of Santos. And a tight game. 6 serving 7.
Yep.
Putting up a fight. And you see the Farm Fresh Foxies getting better and better and better. The first point, the gap is quite humongous. Second, not so bad. But third, here early on, we're enjoying 1 point lead for PLDT.
Good coverage there by Santiago. Oh, wow, better defense from Catarado. But speaking of defense, at the net, this time by Riza Cruz.
And now we're in our second tie, 7-7. And then so many things happening here in third set.
Definitely don't look now because Farm Fresh Foxies are now really pushing PLDT to their limits.
Romero. Oh, Arroyo, sadly. Attack error. Technical timeout, 8-7. Still, just a 1 point lead for PLDT. checking in. It's 5 p.m. and here at the Inada Center in Antipolo, the crowds, the seats slowly filling up. We're seeing a sea of purple because coming up next is the Chocomucho Flying Titans against the Akari Chargers. You're seeing a sea, you know, tons of pink every now and then. And the crowd enjoying all the quality volleyball action that is being presented to them today. Arena Plus, astig sa sports, astig ang ating crowd ngayong Sabado. Warming up the arena. Things are only starting to heat up between the PLDT High Speed Hitters against the Farm Fresh Foxies.
Definitely Farm Fresh Foxies making sure they stay close sa kay Santiago, making sure na tabla. Panay tabla tayo dito hanggat tayo yung mauna sa set number 3.
I mean, that's their third one. And you see the calculative look on Santiago before she hit that ball, like really checking if no one was there and getting the angle right. But Santos, smart hits, checking that ball. Really terrible as a compliment. Terrible, terrible player. A thorn for the Farm Fresh Foxies.
Nabawi from that service error, and you can already feel that the Farm Fresh Foxies are trying to capitalize on those errors and the momentum that they have right now in set number 3.
I mean, we're at our fourth tie, 9-9. Caf, Ceballos. Arroyo almost clashing with Santiago. Goes back to Ceballos, cross court. Great effort there by Cruz. Romero to Arroyo. Lead. Back with the Farm Fresh Foxies. You can hear the crowd cheering for them.
Exactly. More people in applause after that long rally ended by Chini Arroyo.
And I remember Franny say that when she was talking to Coach Rald, that coming into that game against Chocomucho, he felt that they were the underdogs. But here, it's the Farm Fresh Foxies who are definitely the underdogs. It's clear as day. And they've got that heart of an underdog that just wants to win.
Definitely, they need to capitalize on every opportunity they have here. But solid defense so far shown by the Foxies.
I mean, this is what they've been talking about all the time out. They're getting their receives right. Apologies, Binate.
Another deadlock here, 10 on set number 3. But look at the effort of Riza Cruz really trying to get a hand of every ball here. She was there, but not the right angle in terms of returning the ball to the setter.
Oof, Arroyo blocked by Caf and Majoy. Biray tries from the back. Savvy Davidson blocked by Tagsip. Blocked again by Romero and Tagsip. Started to sweat during that play.
Coach Jerry is saying, okay lang, that was a good effort just to make sure that you keep your eyes on the ball, eyes on your teammates, making sure the court present is on point here for the Foxies. Better body language also that they're displaying here in set number 3.
Better body language also from Coach Jerry because he's talking now. He was quite silent the first 2 sets. Caf, setting that for Majoy.
Majoy Baron, that is her 11th point already in double digits, joining Savvy Davison with 16 here for PLDT.
Are they the only 2 players with double digits?
Yep, so far
double digits.
The closest after Majoy is Santos with 8 and Ceballos with 7.
Santos just 2 points away. From double digits. Romero to Tagsip.
Oh, wow. Great deep.
Amazing! Arroyo, really, the reflexes. Great effort also from Tagsip, Arroyo. Amazing.
I mean, right now, it seems like Farm Fresh Foxies are trying to match the intensity, the speed that the PLDT squad is showing right now. And you know, good things are happening when they do match the speed of the game.
Great pancake save by Catalado. Just at the net.
Again,
Ginulang na yun.
yes. But also miscue there between Lazo and Santiago, who was gonna get that first ball.
It's so hard to always go up against Mahardo.
Yeah, very aggressive, very smart. So you
Yeah.
know, you always know that there are a lot of angles that she can possibly bring the ball to.
I mean, back in college, she was already skilled, she was already smart, she was already talented. And here in the PVL, you just added experience, and that took her to a whole new level.
Definitely, definitely. And once again, what we were talking about earlier, how these players have grown once they stepped out of their comfort zone. You know, seeing Kim Fajardo playing with, you know, the Ateneans, Josamonte, and people from the provinces as well, like Fiola Ceballos. So, you know, you see how great, how much greater they can be with a different environment.
Amazing, truly a legend.
Yes.
Calf.
Yes. And becoming a legend
A
herself.
legend herself.
Savvy Davison, another attack point.
Becoming quite a fan favorite. Savvy Davison and her attacks. Man, just crazy energy from Savvy.
Last game, she tallied 21 points, and right now, she is well on her way to another 20-something production.
Josamonte. Off speed, but got that right. 15-12. It's always a good sign when Coach Jerry is talking. We were joking during the huddle with Pia and Louie na, you know, chill coach.
Yes.
Coach Jerry.
Alam mo, okay, I'll tell you a story. So, Jerry was Jerry, kasi ayaw niya nang tinatawag siyang coach.
Okay.
Nung high school kami, he was my coach then with Jen Ferrer, Phil Kainglet. So, we were bannering Team NCR for the palaro. And then I would remember so vividly, my mom would tell me, alam mo si Jerry, yun na nga, chill lang yan. Alam mo bang ginagawa niya? Nagte-text habang naglalaro kami. Parang, sige, kaya niyo na yan, guys. Malaki na. Ganun siya ka-chill. That's the chillest that he could be. Diba?
I mean, you need to be chill, to be
balanced.
Yeah, like, because volleyball is such a high-intensity sport.
Yes.
You don't know what could happen. It's so easy to get carried away by the emotion, by the scores, by the screams of the fans.
Definitely,
But
definitely.
can I say Jerry? But I feel weird.
Jerry.
Never mind.
Diba?
Coach,
Ako din
yeah. Anyways, Coach Jerry is like, you know, he's the eye of the storm.
Yes.
So many things could happen, but he's just there.
Yes. I mean, you see his passion for the sport as he was very much involved in the grassroots and then now in the professional level.
I mean, we're on to our second technical timeout. This time, it took quite some time compared to the first two sets. 16-14, still in favor of PLDT. Arena Plus, Sticks of Sports, some of the Akari Chargers players, I mean, they're enjoying. You have Duque Ogutsanya, she's pretty chill too.
Pretty chill too, waiting for a much needed speedy recovery, as well as Jolina right beside her during that frame.
I mean, it's only the first quarter of the year. These players, sadly, they're used to injuries, and we don't want that. But we could see more of them in the conferences to come later this year.
That's why stay tuned on the PVL, because again, longevity talaga ang labanan dito. And you know, today someone might be injured, tomorrow they're back and playing in the court. So
sometimes even better.
Yes.
I mean, you have Kat Tolentino as a prime example of that.
Madi Madayag as well.
Hindi ko na alam kung ilang ACL injuries lost count.
Correct. But you know, that's the beauty of sports. You know, one day it's different, the next it's a whole different story, and it's really the stories that we follow along with that you know, inspires a new generation of athletes as well.
And 17-15 as we get back to the game, 2-point lead for the PLDT High Speed Hitters. Tubo is back on court for the Foxies. But right now, kudos to Kay Santiago, who has been amazing for her team. But sadly, kulang pa eh. Kailangan pa ng more firepower from Kay Santiago and the rest. I mean, maybe that's why Coach brought back Trisha to add to that power of Santiago, Cruz, and the rest of the squad.
New setter here also for the Foxies. But Trisha miscalculated that one, trying to go for an off-speed attack but a little too short. Kaya ito, napatawag na ng double substitution si Coach Jerry.
The substitution for the setters didn't last long.
Yep.
Nothing lasts long in today's game.
I mean, as you mentioned, Kay Santiago, the third outside hitter that Coach Jerry and the rest of the Foxies are trying to lean on in this match.
I mean, Coach Jerry has been trying to activate a lot of his players, but so far it hasn't been reaching. Kay Santiago again. You know, she's that one player that has been activated by Coach Jerry. That's, you know, fulfilling, tapping to that energy that's needed.
And look at the celebration. She's enjoying herself here.
Oh, she is. I mean, during her like digs and saves, you know, she would make these funny faces, and it's always great. You know, despite them, I mean, PLDT's leading 2-0. She's still maintaining that great endeavor, that happy gait of hers. And you know, that's needed. You can't get discouraged with these things. That's the thing also with volleyball. You gotta shake off the losses.
And actually, even the wins, because you know,
that's true.
As what they say. Oh! Look at that effective play there, headed by Louis Romero. Out of
Cruz was quiet for a time because Santiago took the reins, but she's taking it back, or you know, she's sharing it with Kay.
Definitely, but well executed play there. You know, you see those beauty, those magic happening here as a 2-0 run there. Coach Jerry smiling on the sidelines, giving them the
my energy si Coach Jerry.
Diba, pumapalakpak na, sumisigaw pa, nakakikita.
He's letting himself get carried away by the celebrations. Why not?
Definitely. Don't look now, because that 4-point lead is now cut down to 2. Another chance here for the Foxies.
Fajardo to Majoy. Santiago from the back. Jules was there. Cap to Savvy. Cruz setting it up for Arroyo. And this time, this one is actually a long rally.
Yes.
And Savvy Davison usually allergic to them. Let's see if she'll end this one.
But Kay Santiago saying, no, it's my turn.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody clapping, everybody cheering the Foxies on, because again, everybody loves an underdog, and this time they are the underdog. Look at Coach Jerry giving high fives to each and everybody of the Foxies.
And timeout called by PLDT this time around.
Sugod sila tayo. Huwag muna kayo mag-drop. Nasa likod sa agad. Tulak nyo sa likod.
Same target, sir. Go.
Ay, receive muna. Receive.
Agad.
Side out. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. PLDT. Together.
Awesome live sports viewing is guaranteed with Signal yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Switch now and get up to 3 months with no cash out. Visit www.signal.tv/switch for more details. 1-point lead for the PLDT High Speed Hitters. Nahabol ng ating mga Farm Fresh Foxies.
They're smelling blood here right now in set number 3. That was the first time out called by PLDT in this match.
And maybe for the first time, this isn't their blood. It's PLDT's.
Yes.
Let's see though, if PLDT will be able to regain their vitality,
yes, I mean,
their energy.
Yes, they have that chance to get a side out here.
Let's see Kaf and the rest of the team.
Opportunity for the Foxies.
Arroyo.
But a little too predictable on that set from Louis Romero. Majoy Baron, just a coward to watch out for at the net here. I remember so vividly when I was teammates with Majoy. We were playing against each other, playing a scrimmage, and I wanted to go cross court, but Coach Bonk was laughing and he was saying that's her forte. Actually, you cannot try to challenge Majoy with those cross-court hits because that is gonna be her job to stop you.
And wow, another timeout. Things really are heating up. Coach Jerry, still talking, smiling. Let's listen in.
Now, good luck. Here, only this one. You go.
21.
1点を急いで取りに行かない。
Hindi naman kailangan ng agad-agad na 1 point.
ラリーになってもいいんで、ラリーはこっちの方が点数取ってるから。みんなで。
For a moment, I felt like I was watching haiku. It didn't help that they're wearing orange jerseys.
Oh goodness, yes. Orange and black.
Yeah, I know. So I was like, oh, okay. No. We're watching PVL, the All-Filipino Conference.
Right in your backyards, guys. Just up here in Antipolo, kaya bumiyahe na kayo dito. You never know. You might still catch this game or the game
next
after
one.
This. Yes.
Again, it's the Chocomucho Flying Titans against Akari Chargers. Oh, I mean, the Farm Fresh Foxies, they just need to finish this one set. And that spike is brought to you by Dunkid, pasalubong ng bayan.
That was Caitlin Veray from the back row.
Our first one.
Yeah.
Spike of the set.
For the Foxies, you
For
are
the
right.
Foxies, yeah.
Savvy Davison, little by little crushing their dreams, their effortless cut shot done by Davison. Ooh, Sheila Caseo.
Seeing in action.
Yes.
And she's also dolled up. Majoy is also dolled up. I swear, see, there's a party.
A party after this.
Romero to Viray. Oh, amazing tag save. Really silent but efficient. She's an assassin.
Definitely, and you cannot give tight out-of-system sets here because chances are there will be someone at the net in this time and this specific situation. Tagsit taking the advantage.
21 serving 23, 2 points in favor of PLDT.
Oh. I mean, that was a perfect pass from Sheila Caseo, making the life of Kim Fajardo so easy. I mean, look at that.
Savvy just directed that to the libero,
Yeah,
to Delerio, right at her, really challenging the defenses of the Farm Fresh Foxies. Louis going to K.
Oh, wow.
Kaf going to Savvy. Again, straight to Delerio. What is up? PLDT High Speed Hitters. I mean, they zoomed to this latter part. 25-21, and it's only 5:19 p.m. See?
Time check, you guys. It's a little over 1 hour since we blew the first whistle, but look at this. Kim Fajardo, the playmaker of the High Speed Hitters, activating each and everybody. Front row, back row. Tulad niyan ni Sabi Davison, you see, she is just the crucial setter, the playmaker for the high-speed hitters.
Fajardo, as Z kept mentioning, the playmaker, she is the point maker. Amazing playmaking by Kafa. She really distributed the ball, amazing serves. Great blocking by Majoy. I mean, we heard some stories from Z also. They're all monsters. And we forgot about Del Palumata.
Oh, yes.
So she was able to start the game so well. 25-9, 25-13, 25-21. All under 30 minutes. And we come back, we'll talk to the player of the game with Franny. But still then, sit back and enjoy. We have more volleyball action waiting for you. Again, you're watching the PLDT High Speed Hitters against the Farm Fresh Foxies. 25-9, 25-13, 25-21. The High Speed Hitters literally demolishing. High speed against the Farm Fresh Foxies. Now we turn over to Franny with our best player of the game, none other than the monster blocker herself, Majoy Baron. Fran, how is it there?
Thank you, Den and Z. Yes, I am with our best player of the game at fresh na fresh pa rin, si Majoy Baron. Double digits for you. Majoy, tell me about how PLDT was able to have such a dominant win over the Foxies.
Feeling ko na dala namin yung momentum from our last game and nagkaroon ng mas nakilala namin yung team namin na nagka-character dahil dun sa experience namin from our last game. And yun, maganda rin yung ginalaw namin as a team today.
Now, earlier na pag-usapan natin yung challenge sa'yo as a middle blocker and yung integration mo into Coach Gerald's system. How has the experience been so far since joining the High Speed Hitters?
Super fun kasi parang ang dali ng work namin kasi binibigay lahat ng information and kami sumusunod lang talaga sa system ni Coach Gerald and yun, nagbubunga naman yung mga pinaghihirapan namin.
Now, your next game is against the Akari Chargers. Medyo mahaba pa ang break. What will you prioritize? What will Majoy Baron be doing?
Of course, kailangan mag-rest kasi medyo sunod-sunod yung games and for Akari game, kailangan talaga namin mag-prepare ng mabuti. And yun lang.
Thank you so much, Majoy. Now is your chance to greet the fans, your family. Go ahead.
Hello sa PLDT supporters, sa management. Thank you so much. Sa family ko sa Tarlac, kay Tang, kay Max, Chloe, hello. And thank you for all the support.
Thank you so much, Majoy. A high-speed win for you and the PLDT High Speed Hitters. Z and Dan, let's close this out.
I mean, really, high-speed performance from the High Speed Hitters. Let's look at some of the highlights. There were quite a lot. We were overwhelmed with the highlights that the PLDT High Speed Hitters has delivered. All, of course, thanks to Sabi Davison, Cap, Majoy Baron, our player of the game. But also, you know, from the Farm Fresh Foxies, Kaden Veray, Kay Santiago.
Yes, just a little too late to the party. But she had made the difference for the Farm Fresh Foxies. But, I mean, looking at the high-speed hitters, you got Davison with 20 points, Santos with 8, Baron with 12, 5 and 8 for Palomata and Ceballos. Again, well-distributed play. And you mentioned it earlier, you know, as much as Kim Fajardo distributes the ball really well, it's really up to those who she gives the ball to kung magagawa nila yung trabaho nila.
I mean, Ceballos, I don't know if I mentioned her already, if you mentioned her already, but she was stable. With her energy, with her cross-court hits, and also Del Palomata blocking on point, very much needed, because the Farm Fresh Foxies, they meant to win today. You saw their hunger, you saw the urgency for them. But no, again, as Majoy mentioned, they're really coming off that momentum. They're on a high, and no one's gonna drag them down.
Definitely. You got the numbers on your screens. You got more data here. PLDT in just
enough kwentuhan.
Tama.
Numbers
Parang in my calculation, it was only 69 minutes of game day of for PLDT and Farm Fresh. You got attacks talagang madami on the side of PLDT. Even the non-scoring department, they really led today's match. And even the errors, you know, not helping the Foxies campaign for today.
And really, the high-speed hitters, we talked about earlier, that's all about elevating to new heights. And they certainly did that. Now, you can hear the screams because coming up next, and as we've been hyping up, the Choco Mucho Flying Titans, you've got Dintin Santiago Manabat, Michelle Cove of the Akari Chargers going head-to-head for our last game of our Saturday triple header. Thank you so much to all of our fans who have watched. Again, I'm Denise Densai, with our partners here, Vasha, Franny Reyes, and the rest of our broadcast panel. And on behalf of our production team, thanks for tuning in. Again, we've got more games in store for you here at the PVL, the heart of volleyball.